wasn't really like he was making money directly from these things that he would do, you know, like my OnlyFans, like I literally make money from people subscribing and stuff like that.
Yo, what is going on, Warband? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video, and on today's show we have a video submission through the Patreon titled Why We Broke Up, a much needed life update. But if you're new here, you're enjoying the videos, be sure to subscribe on your way in, come and join the Discord if you haven't already, check out the Patreon if you'd like some more videos, it's a great way to support the channel, and let's see what she has to say.
And at the end of the day, I'm just posting myself. I'm not like posting up with different guys every day. It was like kind of a different thing. Like I felt like I had to deal with being his girlfriend, and like I had to deal with him collabing with other girls on OnlyFans, like staying in mansions with all these girls and like filming their asses and their tits. And like, I don't know, like when it was for his swimwear brand, because he is like a fashion designer, I didn't care. Like I was understanding, like that makes perfect sense to me. But all of the other stuff, it was just like for his work, and like I didn't even know what that meant anymore. And like honestly, I don't care if like my boyfriend wants to post me or not. I've even dated guys where I like didn't really want them to post me, like if I wasn't as serious with them. But
Yeah, you know, boyfriends that you weren't as serious with, guys, because, you know, having a boyfriend and a girlfriend, if someone's your girlfriend, hey, there's still a degree of seriousness, right? This girl is beyond delusional. And I'm so glad that we get to look at this video today, guys, because this is a classic example of sharing a Chad. What sharing a Chad looks like, okay? This woman got into a relationship with a man who very clearly is not... he's a Chad, right? He's going to treat you like trash. He's going to see other girls, and you're not going to get much commitment. And you know what? That's why she opted into the relationship, guys. You see that? It's why she chose to be with him. See, girls like this will get into relationships like that, or, you know, start seeing the guy on purpose, and then at the end they'll turn around and cry about how awful he was and how he wouldn't change. He's only an awful man. He's only a terrible man because you couldn't change him. Because that's the only reason you were interested. Let's continue.
any guy I've ever been like serious with, they were like a total simp. They would post me, they'd post us. Like it was never like they were really hiding the relationship. Even me, if I was posting my boyfriend, like I would lose followers. So it wasn't like I blasted him all the time, but it was like when I did post him, if people would go to his page, they would see a million other girls. And like sometimes I would just kind of be like sprinkled in there, but you couldn't tell who he was dating. And that's why it bothered me. Like it'd be one thing if he just posted himself and like his friends or like whatever, but he was constantly posting just like random girls for like views and likes, and they would be like half naked on like yachts and like all this stuff. He would say he was like completely disconnected from it, like it wasn't him, and like it really wasn't him. But to everybody else, like I couldn't even take myself seriously. I was just like, my social media doesn't look like that. Like it might be myself posting myself for my job, so people like, you know, watch my YouTube videos and go to buy my OnlyFans and stuff.
This woman is complaining about a man posting photos of other women when she is an OnlyFans creator, guys. You guys see how none of this makes any logical sense, right? And I want you guys to take stock of the fact that there are men out here who would watch this. Most men would watch this and think, "Oh, poor woman, poor terrible woman. You've had it so rough." No, no, no. That's not the story that's being painted here. Okay, that's not the story that's... This woman, look at this woman. She could have the pick of basically any guy she wants. Pretty much any guy. But you know what? It's the guy that'll quote-unquote ruin her life, that won't commit, that won't change. That's the guy that she's interested in. And I want to bring up the point she said, you know, quote, "I don't care about if a guy doesn't post me." Something like that, right? Guys, girls care. If you're in a relationship with a girl, you're with a girlfriend or whatever, and you don't post her, they lose their mind, especially if you post another girl. You see, unfortunately, guys, we've been taught that attraction looks... I don't even know how we've been taught attraction looks, man, but attraction looks like this. Attraction looks like when a girl can sit down for 30 minutes and complain about your behavior and the fact that she can't change it. Because you know what? The next time she sees you, she likes you a lot. Let me tell you that. Because girls have this addiction. They have this craving to change behavior that no other girl can change, because they want to feel like they were the one who changed you. They want to feel like they were the one who made a difference. You see what I mean? It's almost a process of like, girls just want to socialize men who haven't been socialized, and then once that happens, they just move on to the next one. You see that? Let's continue.
I tried to be understanding of it in the beginning because I guess I kind of thought like it would eventually change, and like it just like never really stopped. All this stuff, like even in the beginning, like he would literally flirt with girls right in front of me, and it was like, I don't know, I felt like I had to be okay with it because he would say it was for his career, like for his job, whether that was like his music stuff or like his fashion brand or like him managing a rapper or like all.
No, you had to be okay with it because that was the terms of you being with him. He was a lot higher value than you in your eyes. That's why you put up with that behavior. Point blank period. You don't need any logical rationalization. He was higher value than you in your eyes, so that's why you put up with the behavior.
All these different things that he does because he's an entrepreneur, but at the end of the day what he's doing in Chicago right now is like real estate. So I thought that like he was kind of like not really gonna be having to post all these girls anymore, and I was just like over it. Like after almost a year of dating, I was like, this is extremely hurtful, and like I can't really detach from all this stuff because I do social media for a living and mine is based off my real life. Like if I was someone who didn't use Instagram, didn't use YouTube, had like a normal 9-to-5 job, I don't know if I would really care as much. I could probably like turn it off, but like that's not the case. And I honestly see why social media relationships don't work out. Like YouTubers who date other YouTubers and that kind of stuff and everything's public, like I totally get it. It's just a lot. I still have his music and my intro and outro and stuff like that. I'm probably not gonna put it in this video. I can continue to use it if he doesn't care. If that's gonna be weird, like I'll happily change the music. My next video, actually, the video.
Guys, it's so funny, man. It's so funny when they get to the end and they realize they're like, "Hey, I couldn't change him." And this is exactly what I mean by this is sort of alpha widowing, guys, is what this is called. Another word for this would be imprinting. This girl is imprinted by the guy. This is what imprinting looks like, you see. All the other guys that she spoke about, who didn't post her, who did post her, who quote unquote simped for her, that kind of thing. Those guys are not as interesting. This guy has damaged this girl in such a way that every relationship that she has in the future, she will compare to this man. You see that? Relationships with higher value men, they damage the woman. They get them hooked on it. It's a drug, guys. It's what it is. It's literally what it is. But we're going to quickly jump into today's question. And if you guys want to submit your questions, be sure to come and join the Patreon. It's a great way to support the channel. But someone wanted to know, what are my thoughts on OnlyFans? My thoughts on OnlyFans are this, guys. I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care that it exists. But I will say this, right? If you are a man and you are choosing to be with a woman who has one of these, it is a terrible idea and you should leave. Okay? OnlyFans is a great way to determine, like, most girls are not worth commitment anymore, like, at all. I'll be completely honest with you guys. Most girls are not worth commitment, but especially not ones with OnlyFans, okay? Just especially not. Because what it is like, Chronicle talk about this a lot. Girls with high body counts are not long-term relationship material. They're really not. And there's sort of like a soft threshold. If you have one of those accounts, the girl is likely to have a high body count to even have it, right? Or she's going to have a high body count. It's just it's not commitment material. But guys, be sure to leave your thoughts to today's Patreon question in the description as well. What do you guys think of the platform? How do you think it speaks to relationships? I think it speaks terribly to relationships. But let's continue.
Video that I would have been posting if I had not been filming this. I did a workout routine when I just recently was in Chicago, and it was like really nice of him. He filmed it for me and I edited most of it. I just like didn't do the voiceover, but now I feel kind of weird posting that because like he's the one who filmed it, so I don't know if I should like scrap the video or...
I think she didn't post it because I think she didn't want to give him the satisfaction and the validation. I think she was playing a bit of mind games here. This girl would have been playing mind games throughout the entire relationship, by the way. But the reason she didn't post that footage probably was because he actually did something nice to her, right?
Still put it up. But like I filmed that when I was out there because I was stressed about the fact that like I wasn't posting to my YouTube channel and I wasn't home. I wasn't like, with my filming setup and everything, and I just like wanted to get a video up, and that's what I was doing there, was like working out at the gym every day. He has like a really big gym. You guys saw it in my vlog with him. So he was not...
You see how many flexes, like she put in all the flexes about this guy and showing that she dated him throughout the relationship, throughout this video. right? She's always got to like bring up the fact that he was high value in this way, high value in that way, because it makes her look good. You see that? It's a trophy to her. Guys are a trophy to this woman.
Nice enough to like film that video for me, and that was really great, but it just like wasn't really authentic, like something that I was doing for my channel. It was just kind of like, okay, like how can I compromise, how can I like spend as much time with him as possible but still like feel like I'm keeping up to date with my stuff, and I just like wasn't. Like I honestly put way more work into myself and my career when I wasn't with him, you know, and that's my own fault. I just wanted to do everything to spend as much time with him and like.
And there it is, guys. You see, this is what I meant a couple videos ago where I talked about women's hobbies, women's ambitions, their careers, their stuff that they're interested in. Their friends will just fade to the background when they're interested in you. This is exactly what I meant. Guys, I think we're going to leave today's video there. Make sure you leave your answers to today's Patreon question, which is, what do you think about OnlyFans? Do you think it, how do you think it, excuse me. How do you think it fares for relationships? And I think we're going to leave it there. Be sure to subscribe on your way out. If you'd like to support the channel, great ways to do that are through the PayPal or the Patreon. And yeah, guys, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace. Yo, boys, it's Taylor here. I just want to say thank you if you've made it to the end of the video. And if you've been enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe on your way out, join the Discord, and check out the Patreon link in the description. See you boys in the next one.
Talking too much in the gum and they're missing it mark. Had to put myself together, we can compose you, follow my heart. Alright, I used to ride in the back of the bus to my home.